Cool. All right. I think we are live. I made sure everything is ready, so I just have to click one button, and now we are live.
You're the man.
What's happening on your end? How's the immigration stuff doing?
Well, the latest one was the immigration scam. I put it on our website is up actually. I
Yeah.
just wanted to. We were able to, we had to do a major upgrade. And for that, we pretty much had to rebuild the site from the ground up.
Yeah.
But from now on, the further upgrades would be very simple.
Mm.
So I just wrote on my blog. I hadn't written for a couple of months now. 3 months, they were not able to get me in. I just wrote, I gave an example. What people are getting are emails that say, you have not filed your AR11, which is a change of address form. So we are put in a warrant for you. And when somebody told me this last week, I got 3 or 4 emails from different people. Finally, I told one of the people, I said, send me the metadata and send me the header information of the email. Let me see what's going on. So when I looked at it, it
Yeah.
was quite obvious this was not from the government. Somebody
Yeah.
has taken the domain uscis.lnk
Mm.
and they are spoofing the USCIS email and scaring people. And I don't know for what reason, because other than just to be malicious
Mm.
and be evil, there's really no financial gain in sending letters like this.
Mm. So they
So
are sending like an email or a
it's
letter.
an email. Yeah.
Oh,
Once you go to immigration.com, if you can stream that, go to immigration.com. You probably will see your own picture there.
that'll be nice.
Yeah, it is. It's on the right hand
Oh,
side.
that is right. That is right. Okay.
So if you look at the
Uh,
very, very top ribbon which says Rajiv's blog, click on that. Very top ribbon.
One second. I want to make sure that they can see it. Okay. Yeah. Rajiv's vlog. I don't see it.
Very top ribbon.
No, I don't see it.
What are you talking about, Yudi? Do you see the page that says our fees,
I
about
see.
us?
Oh, yes. Okay. It's like super top. Okay. Never mind. Okay.
Super top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Click on my blog, and then you see the very first entry.
Yeah.
Click on that. You see what the email looks like. I
Uh,
took a JPEG of it and put it on.
yeah. 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 Oh,
It looks
all right.
very official,
Yeah.
right? It looks like almost like it's coming from the USCIS, but it's nonsense.
Mm, mm.
So that was the latest scam. And
Yeah.
every day there's something new, actually.
Oh, so they are changing the thing. All right. So for people who are just joining, I just want to rephrase this. There's a latest scam going on where people are getting email from USCIS, which is really not from USCIS. You can see Rajivji's on his website. He has mentioned this, and it looks super official, but it's really not. And so that's what we're talking about. So anyway,
Yeah, it's just for your future reference. If you get correspondence from purportedly USCIS or any other government authority, it's highly unlikely it is from the government, because government does not contact you via email, very
mm,
rarely.
mm,
Okay. And you can always verify. If you are a tech savvy person, you can look at the header data, see the path of the email, where it came from, where it went. Some of
yeah.
that can be spoofed, but not all of it.
I
And
I I did I told you that, right? Like I actually got a letter, like a physical letter, saying that it was like the quality of the paper was like normal printing paper, saying that my green card is rejected, and they are refunding my check or money, and. And then if I have any questions, then I can call them. Obviously, I knew it that it's not true, but what I've heard and when I did the research is like when you call them saying that, oh, we made a mistake, can you refund, can you pay us back, and I never
oh
got any
yeah,
check.
they have all these angles.
Yeah.
Last year or 2 years ago, these are all scams going around, and they try to scam people with foreign sounding names because we are
Yeah.
supposed to be stupid. So in any case, I was at the swimming pool, and
Mm.
I got a phone call from my father.
Mm.
Man was 92 years old then, right?
Mm.
And somebody called him and said, your son has been arrested.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And they said, we have to put the case in the file, and
Yeah.
if you let us have like $1,000 right now, we won't put his case in the file. His case can be dismissed. It's a minor matter, but he'll have to spend a few days in jail. So
Mm.
my father, poor man, had somebody drive him to the local drugstore. And when he started getting all these money orders,
Yeah.
and the guy he told them, don't hang up on me, because if you hang up,
Mm.
then I have to open a new case, and it might go to some other agent.
Yeah.
So my father had the phone there,
Mm.
and the pharmacist was smart. He realized what was going on. So he wrote on a big piece of paper, this is a fraud, this is a
Mm.
scam. And then that's when my father realized that he was being taken for a ride. And
Yeah.
he called me, and I'm sitting at the pool there, sunning myself. And my dad says, have you been arrested? I said, I help people get out of prison. Why would
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
So they do stuff like that. I get calls too. Well,
Yeah.
there has been a warrant issued. I said, that's nice. And you can tell this guy is really a Punjabi. And one time we actually started speaking in Punjabi. I was like, you know what, man, your scam is over. Let's talk a bit. What's going on?
Oh, that's funny. I wish I could see the recording of it. Anyway, yeah. Welcome everybody. That was a nice segue into this, and we're talking about scams. Well, that was one of the scam. Anyway, any other updates like Rajiv ji for? I saw. No, that's not for anything
There are
applies to.
two updates. Two updates. One was that the State Department representative, Charlie Oppenheim, the guy who does all the visa numbers, said that coming year, October 1st onwards, EB2, EB3 for India would move very fast, or not very fast, but faster. And we should see some of the speed in the coming months as well. EB1 for India would remain current, India and China for that matter. And that was one. The second was that American Immigration Law Association has filed a lawsuit against H4 and L2 EAD delays. So we'll see what happens with those.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. That's it. Let's start the questions.
Will
Q&A.
automatically end in 5 minutes.
1 second, that's me.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on?
Give me 1 second. Let me get out of. Okay, I just closed that software.
Okay. All right. The number one first question is Vinayak asking, when can we expect the result of this year H1B lottery?
I think they announced it that they were going to run the lottery between 29th and 31st, and they might start the results as early as the 30th or 31st, something like that. So it could be pretty quickly. Not, but see, luckily this is all digital. They don't have to sit down and count things. So click, and it gets done.
Yeah, it's all randomized. It's first week, by at least before first week of April, you will know.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Someone is asking, can I still submit my H1B registration, or is the deadline gone?
Well, you are about 38 minutes too late.
Oh, sorry.
It closed at 12.
Nice. Okay. Next one is, I'm gonna skip all the YouTube question because we've answered this several times in our live. So go back and watch our old sessions where we have answered, can you do YouTube, can you do startup, and all that fun stuff. Next question is, if I have a 3-year degree and do a STEM degree from United States, will that affect my H-1B visa?
Yeah, it could make it easier because the way the law works is you have to have a 4-year bachelor's degree or equivalent from any country. For example, let's say you have a 3-year science degree and 3-year MCA, computer applications, that qualifies you because even though your bachelor's is 3 years, your master's is also 3 years. So you've come to the 6-year level. Good. Another circumstance is where you have a degree, BCom is very common. You have 3-year degree. If you have 3 years of IT experience or whatever field you want to go into, that experience, the rule is for H-1B, not for green cards. The green cards have different rules. For H-1B, the rule is you can substitute 1 year of college with 3 years of experience. So if you have an associate's degree, you could come to bachelor's level with 6 years of experience. Now, let's say you start from India with a 3-year degree and you come to USA and do a master's degree in information systems, you're good. Okay, because you have a degree from an accredited institution in the United States.
Okay.
So yes, it helps.
Cool. Next one is from Jitesh. How many times H-1B visa lottery take place?
Only once in one fiscal year. Fiscal year for the government, US government, is October 1st through September 30th. So they do it only once. But what happens is, last time they did that, which was a good thing. So they selected people, but then a lot of cases were rejected or people didn't apply. So they did a second notification. They didn't do the lottery again, or maybe they did the lottery again. I don't recall exactly how they did it, but they sent a follow-up email saying, okay, now you are qualified. So you can apply. So I think they did that in 2 iterations or one of the 2. So yeah, lottery is conducted only once typically, but from the same pool, if they have leftovers, they will use again. And I think that's randomized too.
Okay. Next one is from Amit, saying, if my name is picked up in this year's lottery, can we apply for H1B, H4, and H4 EAD at the same time?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. All right. Next one is.
Oh, hang on. H4 EAD, no, because for H4 EAD,
right,
you have to be at certain stage of your green card.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Next one is there was some news. There was some news regarding the reduction of F1 visa validity from 4 to 2 years. That
didn't go through. That didn't go through. So basically, it wasn't a reduction. What they were saying was, when you get an F1 I-94, instead of saying this is expiring in the year 2025, it will say DS, duration of status. So if your course takes more than 4 years, you don't have to go get a visa stamp again. So, but that they did not implement that, as far as I remember. You will still get DS I-94.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Next one is it very difficult to get employment-based green card for Bangladeshi citizen?
No. You are very lucky you were born in Bangladesh, because if you were born in India, you would be stuck. But Bangladesh, you could be done in a year, 2 years.
Because their cutoff or the date is...
The dates are current.
Yeah. Okay, next one is from Karan asking, can I travel to India for H-1B stamping within a week after filing the I-485? And would it impact my re-entry in US? Or
I have my doubts about that. I don't think it's a good idea. Until you get advanced parole, it's a bad idea to travel on an H-1 that is not already stamped. If it is stamped, no problem. But if it is not stamped, what if you don't get a stamp? You would lose your 485 too. Okay. And there is, when I look at the regulations, I'm not quite convinced the regulation has considered the situation. It has considered where you have a visa stamp, you can go, your 485 is fine. You will have to file your re-entry permit or your advance parole again when you come back. But at least your 485 is safe, right? If you have a visa stamp. But regulations are not very clear, or the policy is not very clear. What if you don't have a visa stamp and you leave the United States? Does that impact your 485? We don't really know. And when I don't know, I'm very nervous people taking chances.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next question is I'm going to Hawaii. My H1B is not stamped, but it's approved. My H1B extension is not stamped. Can I go and come back?
Sure. Hawaii is a part of USA, right? I believe the only place where there's a little bit of ambivalence is Puerto Rico. And I don't remember exactly but if you go to cbp.gov and you look at visa Puerto Rico or documents Puerto Rico, it is a weird situation, even though it is not a state of the United States, but it's a part of the United States territories. So when you go and come back, they can ask for documentation different than what they would if you were coming from another state. This is something in the back of my mind that I remember. But Hawaii should be just like traveling to Alabama. I don't know why you would want to travel to Alabama, but if you do,
I would want to travel to Hawaii.
you would.
All right. Can a real estate help to get green card?
Well, that depends. If you are putting in $1.8 million or 900,000 into a commercial enterprise where you are going to create 10 jobs, not counting you and your family, yes, it would help. So we have a client who came to this country on an e-visa, Pakistani citizen, Hindu from Pakistan. He came on an e-visa, then we kept investing money in that. It was a strip mall. And basically that became the way of him getting his EB-5 green card as well as an investor. But if you think you can buy a home and get a green card, no, it doesn't happen.
I think that's probably what the question was, but yeah, you answered it already. Okay. Any updates regarding Proclamation 10052?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Next question is from Amir. Hello, I got my study visa from Canada. My fiance will be coming to India for her H1B. For his H1B stamping in May. I want to join him. So should I apply for B2 visa or H4? B2 because of the shorter waiting time.
If you are going to get married, only then you can apply for H4. Without marriage, you can't apply for an H4. Okay. Yeah. So if you are going to get married, we can talk about the H4. If you are coming temporarily, you can try for a B2. It's a she, right?
Yeah.
Or it's a he.
I think she.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So if you already have, you said I've been approved for a study visa. Is it study visa to Canada or USA?
Canada.
Okay. Personally, I think the smartest thing would be don't come to USA right now. Go to Canada, spend a semester there, keep your grades good, attend school regularly. Then from Canada, apply for a tourist visa to USA. And don't lie about anything. Tell them you're going to go see your boyfriend or your fiance. And also tell them, I'm not going to get married, I promise. Or even better, if by that time you made up your mind, this is the dude I'm going to stick with, then let him come to Canada, get married, and then do an H4 from Canada.
Okay, next one is from Shashi asking, I'm planning to move to new employer. My H1B visa transfer is approved and my I-140 is approved a year ago. What are the steps I should do after moving to a new company, and when can I apply for I-485?
So after you move to the new company, step one, bring donuts for the whole office. Number one. Number two,
that's a nice
what you do is
culture.
Make yourself popular.
Yeah.
Number two is talk with your HR and your managers. If they can start your green card immediately, that's great. But you will carry the priority date of the old green card. Okay. You still have to do a new green card. So get them started as quickly as you can. That would be the second thing after donuts.
Does your staff do that?
Oh my God, nobody eats donuts in my office.
Why?
People are very health cautious. They
Oh,
have weight losing competitions.
oh, nice.
So
That's
whoever, they put $10 each or whatever, $20 each, and whoever wins the pot, and they do like a drawing, I think every 2 weeks or something.
hmm,
Whoever has lost the most weight gets the money.
nice.
I just pay in. I never weigh myself.
Nice. But that's fun. Okay.
Yeah, and they also sometimes they'll do lottery pool. Everybody will come together and do this mega million lottery,
Oh
50
yeah.
tickets or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm
Yeah.
just,
Okay. Next one is I have MS Biomedical Engineering degree. My work focuses on developing organs in lab to reduce organ shortages in hospital. Is this good enough for EB2 national waiver?
it could be. You're talking about in vitro growth of organs, right? So if you are doing something which is in the national interest, and of course we always have an acute shortage of organs, um, I think a case can be made. I'll give you examples of some successful national interest waivers that we have done in sciences. One was a researcher who was working on autoimmune diseases. French citizen, she got her national interest waiver like in a week. What we have to prove is your work is in the national interest. Obviously, when you are growing organs in a test tube, your work is useful. National interest is served by that. I think it qualifies. Second, we have to prove that you are qualified to do the job. No doubt about that. You've got a master's degree in bioengineering. And the third thing we have to prove is that there is interest in the United States. Well, you have a job. Obviously, there is interest in the United States. So I think you will qualify for a national interest waiver.
A little side topic. Rajivji, you look really fit. What's the secret?
Well, I don't know about that. I think a couple of things. First of all, I never do something I don't want to do. When I started my practice in 1993, I told my friend who was a very successful businesswoman, I said, I will never work with somebody I don't like. And she said to me, you will starve. I said, so what? I don't need a lot of money, but I will never work with somebody I don't like. What does that do? My older brother was a very smart man. He gave me a good rule to live by in practice. He said, 80% of your clients will only take 20% of your time and energy. But 20% of your clients will take 80% of your time and energy. If you get rid of those 20% who are a nuisance, not because they're bad people, it's just that their expectations are different.
Right.
I'm not making any judgments about people's, a lot of people don't like me, and that's okay too. So if you get rid of those 20%, you may be 20% poorer, but you'll be 80% happier.
Yeah, the 80-20 rule. Yep.
So that's the number one thing. And second thing is, I think you should always do what you really like. That's very important. When I wake up in the morning, I can't wait to get started because the job is so much fun. And I think being fit, not being fit, I don't know what the answer to that is. Yeah, of course, you got to take care of your mind, body, heart, spirit, all sides of your being. You can't just be one-sided. Problem is, between your age of 25, 26 to 50, time goes like that because you're so busy building a career before you realize you're 50 years old. So be careful with that because it's very easy to lose track of time in your obsession with your career. I'm not saying don't be obsessed, but be obsessed in keeping with the four parts of your psyche or your being. Don't ignore one at the expense of the other. So it's good to make money, it's good to be driven, but a lot of these successful Hollywood people, they are killing themselves or they get into these drugs. Yeah. So many people, because success is not defined by how much you have.
Right.
Success is defined by how happy you are, right? So other than that, my friend, who knows?
Yeah.
Not fit.
Yep. That's a very good answer. Okay, next one is Vicky is asking, my current status is TN visa. Are there any ways for getting green card?
See, the problem with TN is, okay, first of all, can we do question answer or no?
Yeah.
Are you India born or are you born in another country? Or is your husband or wife born in another country? That's the first thing.
Vicky, the tech guy, so he'll have to like respond. Hopefully he's still here, but
Okay.
that's the question for you.
So I can cover both eventualities. If you or your spouse are not India born, you have a good chance of getting a green card while on TN.
Oh,
Otherwise, what
he's
happens
India
is,
born. He's India born.
okay, well, forget about it, sir. Go to H1B or get married to a French lady.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
French Canadians are wonderful people. I used to date one.
Are you dating anybody now? No.
I have no time.
Nice. Okay. Next one is Anna. Have you seen the TV show called Suits?
I never watch lawyer shows. I think they're so boring.
Well, the question was, are they really real compared to the real life? So that's what.
No, you see, I'll tell you, like most jobs, think about coding. Coding becomes so boring after a while because you're doing the same thing over and over again. It's the same thing with any job. When you do the same thing over and over again, you get very bored. But for me, because I have so many different interests and so many different things going on, I'm writing about law, I'm reading about law, I'm talking to people, I'm consulting, I'm providing oversight on our cases, I'm troubleshooting, I'm researching sometimes. It's just, my job has so many different components, there is very little room to get bored. But most jobs will get boring even if you go to court every day.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Deepika is asking, I have submitted my initial OPT. However, USCIS has sent me a notice to have my biometrics captured, which is very unusual. I agree. Is this normal?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think you may want to call their service line and don't miss your appointment though. Go for biometrics. If they gave you an appointment, go for it and tell them, I think I'm here by mistake. Because if you don't go, they'll put an abandoned flag on your file, and even a genuine case will get stuck into this morass of trying to extract yourself. So go for the appointment. Try to make a service, open a service ticket. And if the service ticket can't be opened, go to USCIS Ombudsman, open a ticket with them, but don't miss your appointment.
Yeah, that's very weird. Okay, next one is I have a bachelor's in biology and applying to dental schools right now. Currently, I'm a dental assistant on OPT. Can I apply for STEM extension as a dental assistant if it doesn't require a bachelor's degree?
STEM extension, I don't know if it's available for associates people. Did she say she's doing her associates? What is she doing right now?
She has a bachelor's and she wants to apply for dental school, which my guess is
She has a bachelor's in biology, right? So,
right.
So the question is dental assistant related to biology?
Yeah.
And the answer is talk to your DSO. I certainly think it is.
Right. Okay. All right. Is it safe to come to USA now after all the attacks on Asian guys?
Look, name me a country where people are not getting attacked. And then name me a country where we make as much fuss of people getting attacked as we do in the United States. The fact that we take it so seriously should tell you that, yeah, attacks can occur. Look at what happened in Colorado, right? Attacks can occur, and they can occur anywhere. But we don't take it lightly. We take it very seriously. So do you feel safe? I have given this example many times. My own nephew is studying in New York. So
yeah,
why not?
Yeah, I feel very safe in Chico. You should come to Chico.
I feel pretty safe.
Yeah. All right, Bruce Wayne. Oh, Bruce Wayne is on our live chat. Is asking. I have a B1 B2 rejection, and my brother is also in USA doing his second master and working on CPT. I'm guessing day 1 CPT. Will this affect my F1 visa chances?
I don't think so. If your brother is a bad guy, they're not going to look into that. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't see how that's relevant. But ultimately, it's a great mystery of life. Quantum mechanics and visa issuance are two mysteries of life that are unsolved by human mind. Quantum mechanics,
Yeah.
quantum physics, we can still work with. We've got formulas. But visas, there are no formulas. I have
Especially
people,
F1 visa, yeah. Yeah.
especially F1 or tourist visas.
Or
There's
tourist
really no
visa.
rhyme or reason. But there are some indicators. If you are a good student, you're a
Hmm.
serious student, you're going to a good school or at least an accredited school, and you look like you're going to be serious about your work. If you go with a Panama hat and you got your
Mhm.
Hawaiian shirt on and you got your hookah with you, you probably will not get a visa. But if
Hmm.
you look like one of those people who's serious about their school,
Yeah.
I think you do relatively well.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Next one is I have from Abhishek. I have a F1 visa stamped in my passport, which I applied in 2019. But
Mhm.
due to personal reasons, I did not go to US. Now I have an admit and want to go. What should I do?
Well, two things. One is double check with your DSO. Is it okay to travel with this visa? Um, if it's okay, if they say it's okay, still clear your immigration in the Middle East. Go through Abu Dhabi, whatever flight you take. That way, if they reject your entry into the United States, you just fly back a few hours, couple of hours back to India. You don't have to travel 20 hours back.
Mm.
So I think it's okay. I don't know for sure. As far as I know, if you have a visa and you deferred your admission or you didn't go, that's the DSO's job to tell you whether you can travel on that same visa or not.
Mm. Okay. Next one is from Pakistan. What about F4 visa? F4 visa age outs due to proclamation 10014 or Corona. I'm from Pakistan. I was eligible under CSPA for a complete year. I submit my documents in March 2020 and DQ in August.
Okay, so if you do some research on this, I think there was a lawsuit filed and the government decided to preserve the CSPA age. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I'm very fuzzy about the details. We hardly ever run into these CSPA issues
Mm.
simply because most of the people we are dealing with are themselves young professionals. They don't have children turning 21. Some do, but most don't. So double check on this. And where would you check? You start with the US consulate where you have applied.
Mm.
Work your way up to the travel.state.gov website,
Mhm.
travel.state.gov, and see what they say. They have all these notifications about COVID-19 accommodations.
Okay. I was gonna ask you. There was a good question. Oh yeah. Uh, I'm on H1B visa. I make music as my hobby, and I upload it on iCloud and other platforms. There is no earning. Will this be an issue?
No, not at all, because you're not making any money out of it. So if you want to play for your heart's delight, nobody can stop you.
Yep. Okay. Can I apply for a job in Canada after getting study visa from USA? Hmm.
Well, different rules. It's
Yeah.
like saying, if I raise onions in India, can I sell them in Pakistan? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is from Karan asking. There are a lot of Karans today in chat. I'm on H1B and getting married soon. I want my wife to be able to work in USA. So, which one will be better, H4 or F1 day 1 CPT?
Well,
F1 probably.
F1 will be better because H4 you have to start your green card and be at a certain level. So
Yeah.
there you go, Yudi.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
You just committed a misdemeanor. You gave legal advice without a license.
Oh boy. I said probably. I mean, I did.
It's
Please,
still legal advice.
disclaimer: I'm not an immigration lawyer. Please consult immigration lawyer before you take any decisions on based on what I say.
Consult an immigration lawyer who knows immigration law.
That too. That too. All right. Rajiv ji should went away. Sorry, too many questions.
Okay.
For L1 visa, are software engineering managers eligible?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Is there a minimum time requirement in terms of being manager?
1 year as a manager or a specialized knowledge employee. So 1 year outside the United States, anywhere outside the United States.
And how many direct report is required to be eligible?
There's no quantum to it, but the
Quantity,
more
yeah.
the merrier. If you are managing, see, the most important thing is we've talked about this before. 2 types of manager: function managers and people managers.
Mhm.
If you are a functional manager, your criteria would be different. What's the example of a functional manager? And I gave this example a while back. I'll do it again. There was a guy, one of our clients, company has 55,000 employees globally. His job is to travel from place to place and decide on the pricing for $10 million plus projects. So his job is to walk in. If the project is more than $10 million, he's there. He sits down, he goes over the numbers, he decides, this is what we are going to bid. Okay. Now, he doesn't even have a secretary.
Mm.
And the government denied his case. They came to us. We looked at it, and he was obviously a functional manager. His reporting structure was he reported directly to the global CEO, like the other VPs, like the other global VPs. So you can see some indications that this guy is pretty high up. What is the range of his authority? Is he actually doing the work? He's not. He's pricing and he walks away. He doesn't do the project. These are signs of a functional manager. So if you're a functional manager or a mixture of function and people manager, criteria are different. But I don't know if I can give you a number. Maybe 10, 15 engineers and other software professionals would be a good number. If you're managing 50, that's great. I have a guy who's managing 650 people. That's an obviously easy case to make.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is, will the information of social media provided in DS-160 affect our F1 visa in any way?
It could, if you've been posting your naughty pictures, maybe. Well, it can, think about it. If you put down on your social media, oh boy, I can't wait to get to the United States. I'll blow the hell up the White House or something like that. Of course, if you've got some subversive,
yeah.
Or I had a client many years ago who gave lectures about jihad, and he was the least religious fanatic person I knew, but he talked about jihad not in the sense of going out and killing somebody, but jihad is a fight with your own ego, with your own defects. But because his name showed up with jihad, they denied his visa, his green card actually.
What if they express some political opinions or views?
They should not be able to stop on that basis. But remember, consulates are not accountable. You can't really do much if the visa is refused. We can try, but I have had very bad experience with trying to reverse consular decisions. Everybody has.
Yeah.
They are difficult to reverse.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody is a very interesting comment saying, just food for thought. I had been in US for 6 years and then I moved to Canada on a permanent residency ship. It's a complete shocker as how the officer treat while someone crosses from Canada as opposed India.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I didn't really experience that, partly because my tolerance for bullshit, no matter who it is very, very short. I would not let anybody get away with nonsense. But at the same time, I have met nothing but the nicest people. I'll give you an example. Many years ago, I never did these deportation cases, but I was standing in for a friend of mine who was running late. So he says, go to the deportation guy and in Arlington and ask him XYZ favor. So I went in, and that guy looked scary. He was ex-Marine. He had lost some body parts during various battles, and he looked like a very tough guy. Turned out to be the nicest person you would meet. He actually went and paid for my coffee because I'm not allowed to pay for his. He took a break. We were talking about the case. He's a very sweet person. So you can never, I have never had bad luck with any of the government officers, except once or twice in 35 years. That's very rare. That's extremely rare. So I'm sure some of them are schmucks, but by and large, my experience has been good.
Good. Also, nobody want to mess with you.
Well, why should they? I'm a very harmless person to a point, and after that, well, that's our job to correct people. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Germany versus USA for next 5 years. Any inputs from Rajiv ji in terms of immigration? Which one is better?
USA.
Okay. Next one is I have a degree in BBA and done 1 year postgraduate diploma in computer application, and now got an admission in master's for MCIT program in University of Pennsylvania. Will being from a finance background and going to computer science affect my H-1B or green card?
No.
Yeah.
See, if your apical degree, your highest degree is at least equivalent to bachelor's or more, you are good. We have so many people with background in chartered accountancy or BCom, even BA, who end up getting a degree, a master's degree in information systems. Never any issue.
Okay, next one is will I be allowed to go to my relative's house in Baltimore initially for 7 days if my university is Penn State?
I think so.
Yeah.
I have two brothers, one in Baltimore and one in Pennsylvania. That's just driving distance. It's not far at all.
Yeah. I don't see. Yeah. You're landing in United States after that.
I don't see any problem with it.
Yeah. Rajiv ji, you're so cool. How come you're not married?
Because I'm so cool.
Oh my God. That was epic. Okay. Looking for new questions. Oh wow. I'm a lawyer in India. What are some ways to immigrate?
Good question. Very good question. Please share it with your other brother lawyers as well. See, remember, the difference between India and USA is there is no Bar Council of India, or there's no Bar Council of USA. Here, every state has its own rules for admission. Some states like California and New York allow even foreign lawyers to take the bar exam. So look into it. All 50 states have different rules, and all the rules for foreign lawyers are in one matrix, which is created by American Bar Association, ABA. So if you look for ABA, rules 50 states, bar admission, foreign lawyers, you should pull up that matrix. So you can come, but the problem is, when you come, what would you do? Finding the first job would be very difficult. You need some kind of a visa. So many people, like I did, come to the United States to study. And you earn a degree. After that, or by that time, you have come to know the local society. And you can start looking for a job. You'll go get your OPT, optional practical training. You work for a year. And at the same time, if you have done a good job and the firm is behind you, they'll do your H-1B and finally your green card. So most people come through education.
Follow-up question from Karan, where we recommended him F1 versus H4 for his wife. He said he's asking, you mentioned F1 is better, but are there any chances of complications there? Should I keep something to be mindful about?
See, the thing is, you will have to be truthful. Whatever happens, be truthful. Don't play any games with the government. If the F1 is denied for whatever reason, such as immigrant intent, just apply for an H4.
Hmm.
So just because F1 was denied doesn't mean H4 will be denied as well.
Hmm.
But if you lie, that's a permanent bar from coming to the United States. Very difficult to get that waived.
Yeah. Okay, next question is from Tarun asking, I got through a MBA program in United States. I want to know if I will be eligible to get STEM OPT extension. After that, since I already have a master's from US and I have used 6 months of my initial OPT. Little
Okay,
confused
well,
from.
STEM degrees, there's a list of STEM degrees. And the easiest thing is, again, remember, students, 99% my answer is talk to your DSO. Why? Because they pretty much, they cover all the paper trails that you have to follow. Okay. Somebody tweeted to me the other day, they said that DSOs were exploiting people. And frankly, I told them, I said, send me a summary of all the complaints. I'll take a look at it. If there's something we can do, I'll be happy to assist. But I never heard back from them. Frankly, again, other than one DSO who I thought was a little odd, most DSOs that I've had to speak with, very nice people. They try to help the students. And like that Chinese gentleman asked me, is my DSO my friend or my enemy? Most times they are your friends, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if you have a doubt about your degree, talk to your DSO.
Yeah. This is very interesting question. Christian is asking, I am international student since 2016. Never filed my taxes. Would that affect in future to get my H1B or green card?
No, first of all, were you even required to file your taxes? So people who are making below a certain amount of money are not even required to file their taxes. So first thing is, were you required to file your taxes? If you were required and you did not file now and pay the penalties.
Yeah, I think you can file within 5 years without penalty, but now I think
I don't know anything about tax laws.
Tax law. Yeah. Consult a tax consultant or someone. All right, I want to marry. Rohan is asking, I want to marry a US citizen and I haven't met them due to COVID-19. How soon can I meet and marry them? How to proceed with this? What?
Are you talking about me setting up your date, or bring flowers, bring chocolate, bring a nice bottle of wine? Don't buy the $3 one.
Don't understand the question. Anyway, moving on. Can my wife join me while I'm on F1 visa? If so,
Sure.
how?
F2 visa, people do it all the time.
Yep. Okay. Next question is, Rajiv ji, if I do a STEM approved MBA in finance, will there be any issue in getting OPT extension? Do they give H1B for...
No. If you are STEM, you are STEM. It doesn't matter whether you have a degree in, rocket science or in basic algebra. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If it's a STEM degree, it's a STEM degree.
Yep. Yeah. And will they give H1B just to finance or science profession?
We have plenty of people who do finance who have. Today I was talking with somebody who's a budget manager. So that's a finance guy.
The lawyer came back and the Indian lawyer is asking, is it worth being a judge in India or become a lawyer in USA?
I would not take a job as a judge in India. Look, this is the reason I came to the United States. I was in the Supreme Court of India. I was arguing before a constitutional bench of the Delhi High Court at the age of 24. It was a 7-judge bench. Justice Dilip Kapoor presiding. I believe the case was G.V. Goyal versus Union of India. I had a great experience in India, but I could not deal with the nonsense. I remember one time they sent me to Tisazari to file a paper. Our practice was limited to High Court and Supreme Court. But my work was 90% in the Supreme Court. They sent me to file one paper And it took me all day to file that one paper. In USA, I would hit send and the paper gets filed. I could not deal with the nonsense. So I realized also the lifestyle of litigators in India. 5 days you are in court. 6th day and 7th day you are meeting with clients and preparing for the 5 days that are coming up. You have no time. You have no life. So would I practice? Things might have changed by now. I'm talking about 1986. I was in the Supreme Court 84 to 86. So would I want to have that kind of life? And my senior told me, don't go. You have a great future here. And I said, look, you are 30 years, 35 years my senior, and your lifestyle is 7-day working. That's not my idea of a good life.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would want to, but if situation has changed in India and you find that you are comfortable there, by all means, India is a wonderful country. There are things in India you will never find here. But there are things here that you will never find in India. It depends upon what you want in life.
Okay, someone is really angry saying, damn, Yudi, please answer my question. This
All
time,
right, brother or sister, tell us.
this time are H4 dependents included in the DREAM Act?
You know what? I haven't looked at that. I don't think so. Oh, you wait a minute. I did read something about some people who were already covered by, I have to look it up. I'm sorry. I don't know for sure, but there was something. It caught my eye because one of my colleagues had written an article on it, which was very intriguing, but there's only that much time I have. So I have to focus on things that I do for a living. But there might be something there. There is some advantage coming to people who were not necessarily intended to be the beneficiaries. We'll see how it works out. Right now, nothing is passed. But once it's passed, then I'll do a write-up for you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to H1B in United States or Canada PR. Which one is better?
Look, I lived in both countries. Okay. I love Canada because I have so many good friends in Canada. I love USA because my work is here and I have so many good friends in USA and my family is in USA. I think PR in Canada first and then H1B to USA.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. It really depends on what the life goal is. I mean, if you want to set up your own business and things like that, you have a lot more freedom to do that in based Canada PR.
I always tell people, if you want to know the lifestyle of Canada and USA, compare the traffic lights. Downtown Ottawa, I'm crossing a street, the light turns green. I can smoke a cigarette or chew a pan or whatever I'm doing. I can tootle on, whistling a merry tune, cross the street, cross it back again, cross it again one time, and the light is still green for me. In USA, the light turns yellow the moment I step into the street, right? So that's kind of reflects on the pace of life.
Wow. Yeah. I would be really annoyed if I have to wait for that light to turn green.
I'm talking about downtown Ottawa, but Ottawa was a small city.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to Mohan's question. My H1B amendment is approved till June 30th, 2021. I'm in India right now waiting for visa stamping. Is there any rule or process to come to US number of months, something like that?
Okay, so are you saying how far ahead of my start date can I come to USA? The answer is 30 days.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Yep.
You can't start working until the date, but you can enter USA 30 days ahead of time.
Okay. Someone is saying, why is this old man screaming out?
Me?
I think they are telling me I'm this old man. All right. Okay. I applied at Penn State for my PhD and I got it fully funded, for fall 2021. Will there
Mhm.
be any problem for F1 visa because I applied to only one university?
No, not at all. It's actually a very good sign when you're getting your education paid for. And Penn State is a great school.
Yep. Okay. Oh, Dream and Promise Act passed in House recently. Do you think it'll also pass Senate with a provision for documented dreamers like age 4 kids?
I really don't know what they are going to do because, see, the composition of Senate is so different than the composition of the House. You're almost certainly not going to see the exactly the same law passed. And the way it works is House has one version, Senate has another version. Then they have to reconcile the two versions. They have a conference, they reconcile the two versions, then it gets passed again. So it's not going to happen overnight. It's never going to happen in the exact same format.
Hmm. Okay.
And I hope I'm wrong, by the way. I could be.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the chances.
So Rohan is back. I think he asked us the marriage question, which we didn't understand. So he's saying follow up about marriage question. Should I consult a lawyer for fiance visa and COVID-19 as hardship for not be able to meet?
Okay, hang on one second.
I
So
think
I think
yeah, I mean
I think what he's talking about is when you apply for a K1 visa, you have to have met physically. Okay, but there are exceptions to that. And if there is some physical, for example, we had a client whose fiance was in Russia and he was physically disabled. He couldn't travel to Russia. And she was not able to get a visa to the United States. So you can get an exception from the personal meeting requirement if the circumstances so permit. But I don't know how I feel about trying for a fiance visa with those facts. I don't know your story enough. If you have a long history of courting, if you just met online and 3 days later decide to get married, I don't think it's going to make an easy case.
Next one is really interesting. Akhil is asking, I'm working at Facebook in London. Have option for both L1 and O1 visa. Which one is better for me?
L1A or L1B?
Hasn't mentioned, but hopefully, Akhil, you are still here, then you can let us know.
If he qualifies, L1A is a lot easier visa to get O1 than O1. O1 is always discretionary. They can deny it. L1A, if you meet the requirements, nobody can take it away from you. And then it gets you an easy green card. You can always get a green card from O1 to EB1C or EB1A also, but it's an easier step up.
Okay. All right. Pawan is asking, how optimistic do you feel Biden immigration plan will pass in Senate? Even if it passes Senate and becomes law, by how many years the green card wait will be cut down for H-1B holders who did masters in United States?
Well, let's take it step by step. How optimistic am I that the Biden plan will pass? Let's just put it this way. This is probably the best chance we've had in the last decade or so of a comprehensive immigration reform. Unless midterm elections give us a good constitution in Senate, and all of a sudden we've got a comfortable upper hand in the Senate, like up by 10 seats, and we have a 60-40 majority, then you're looking really, really good. Okay. But if we have this razor thin majority, it's difficult to say which way it's going to go, but it's still the best chance we've had in years, number one. Number two, how many years? It depends upon how the law passes. Some of the earlier versions of these bills that I have seen were really toothless. They didn't do much. So what does encourage me is the fact that there is a keen sensitivity towards the delays. Everybody on the Hill knows immigration delays are absolutely horrible. And pretty much everybody agrees they need to be eliminated. The only question is how much, how far, how quickly? I don't know.
Next one is Robin is asking, my wife has H4 visa. Currently, she works in India. Can she still get tourist visa of USA and travel to US for a few months and can continue working for her company while she's staying in USA?
She's what kind of visa is she trying to get? A tourist visa?
It, she, yeah. So she has H4 visa and she's working in India, and can she? So they are asking, can she come on tourist visa to United States and stay for a few months and can still work for the company she's having in India while staying in United States on tourist visa?
Such a difficult question to
Yeah.
answer because there really is no bright line rule on this. I would be foolhardy to give you a definite answer, and you would be equally foolhardy to listen to it. But if you don't mind her falling out of status, you can have her come on H4 rather than tourist visa. Don't worry about that. And if she's working for a company that has no connection with the United States, it can be argued that she's not illegally employed. And if she's found to be illegally employed, have her travel outside, get a visa stamp, and come back. But it's a dicey path. I would not be happy having a family member follow it.
Yeah. How easy it is to get O1 visa for a photographer?
Depends. If you are a photographer with a national, international kind of following, well known, well recognized, just see the requirements of O1 on the USCIS website. I will start referring you to our website once we have all the content that I want in there. But USCIS website, government websites have the force of law. Whatever they say, they have to follow. So that's why I would refer you to the USCIS website. Take a look at it, see if you meet the requirements.
Next question is, currently I'm on F1 visa. I am in the process of raising $300,000 for my startup. Can you guide me how should I proceed to get green card here in United States?
Green card is not going to come with $300,000, but does he tell his name? Do we know who he is?
Gautam.
So he's probably from India. So therefore, national interest waiver is not going to be much used because it's EB2 category. Right now, Gautam, there isn't much I can tell you about getting a green card. And even getting an H1B will be an uphill battle. Be careful. Make sure you do it right with full disclosure to the government about what you're doing. I think H1B is possible, but green card, based upon these facts, is a long, long shot.
Next question is, my green card spouse based interview was scheduled but got cancelled due to COVID. Any idea when they will be starting back up again? Even I want
We
to
had
ask
another
that.
client with the same issue.
I
We
have
had
the
another
same
client,
problem.
but it depends upon the location. What do you say, Yudi?
I'm saying I have the same problem.
Yeah, there you
Mine
go.
was scheduled on March 8th and March 5th they shut down the California.
Yeah. We had another client with a similar issue, and it depends upon the COVID-19 situation, but they were rescheduled within a couple of months.
Okay.
And also remember, I can't help making a pitch for Biden, because think about this. The Trump administration said COVID will just go away. Don't worry about it. Take deep breaths. You're fine. Okay. And Biden said, I will have 100 million people inoculated, vaccinated within the first 100 days of my presidency. He beat his own goal by 6 weeks. 42 days before 100 days, 100 million of us have been vaccinated. Okay. So chances are by May, June, things should be returning very close to normal.
Yeah, I'm hoping my interviews, either they don't need my interview and they just send my green card. That'll be awesome.
That's not going to happen.
What? I heard that some people are getting that. At least
very few. See, marriage-based green cards, not really.
Really?
Employment
Okay.
based, yes. Okay. But I could be wrong. I mean, I'm just talking about my own data from our own office.
Yeah.
I haven't canvassed the whole world for it. Maybe there are cases, but it just doesn't make any sense. Because marriage based, you have to verify the marriage.
Yeah, but you have photos and things. I mean, yeah, I guess people can make up stuff, but yeah,
Yeah, and I think wouldn't it be nice if they just did Zoom interviews? What are you gonna do if I show up there and sit next to you?
right.
You can just do a Zoom interview and not infect me with your cooties.
I would love that. I mean, yeah, I don't know why.
I don't want federal cooties in my system.
Yeah. All right. I think Rajivji, I'm gonna call this it because I forgot that I have a work meeting.
What? You work for a living?
I
What's
do.
wrong with you? Okay.
I do. I don't work for a living. I just love my work. All right. Thank you everybody for joining. We will see you guys in another 2 weeks. So next
Sounds good.
Thursday, not next Thursday, next Thursday, unless we announce something and we'll meet you.
I doubt that, not this week.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Rajivji. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.